My phone rang. The person said, "It's the police. They said they are looking for me, using my first and last name." And it was pretty quiet in the car, so everybody could hear the conversation clearly. They said, "Nobody show up for $1,000 bill, and since I'm the one who found it and returned it, well, now it's my reward and they're waiting for me to pick it up." Because even with the inflation, that $1,000 became worth way more because I left a good first impression for my in-laws thanks to her advice. Hello everyone, Amadeus here, and today I want to share a short story that happened to me here in Taiwan, and it changed all my life for better. I arrived here when I was 23. Now I'm in my early 30s. I think Taiwan, people I met here, environment, events, this all had a huge influence on me. During those years, lots of things happened, but if I have to pick one story that is the most inspiring to tell to others, I would definitely pick this one. I like to call it the best investment ever. A few years ago, I was riding a scooter. It was winter. I was in the countryside, somewhere in southern Taiwan. It was getting dark, but the sun was still up. On the intersection, while waiting for the lights to change, I looked down. I noticed $1,000 bill. There was no one around. I didn't think too much, and I picked it up and put it in my pocket. During the break at work, I was chatting with my girlfriend, now my dear wife, and I told her what happened. She said, "Did you go to police station and return it?" I replied, "Don't be silly. What will they do with it?" She said, "If the person who lost it shows up, they will return it to him or her." I told her, "I don't think so, not very likely. I think they're actually gonna keep it for themselves or ask someone from friends or family to pretend that they lost it. Completely waste of time, and you won't help anyone." But she insisted. She told me, "You never know whose the money is. Maybe it was someone who's very poor. The bill is necessary to pay rent or food." Okay, I kind of didn't think that way. I was not really convinced and trust the idea of bringing a $1,000 bill to the police, and I felt a little upset because the money is not even mine and I have to waste my time and energy on it. But anyways, I listened to her, brought money to the police, they filed a report, and that was it. They said if no one picks it up in 1 year, they're gonna call me and the money gonna be mine. Anyways, I forgot about this. So one day, my girlfriend decided to introduce me to her parents. We took a bus from Kaohsiung to Hsinchu, where we met for a short family trip. Actually, I remember the two things about the trip the most. First, the mountains were gorgeous, and the hike we had there was one of the most memorable in my life, surrounded by giant cypress trees, which are one of the oldest and largest in Taiwan, and they are up to 2,700 years old. Have you ever been to Simakuse? I'm sure you were. If not, you definitely need to visit now, or at least next week, or next month. Anyways, the other thing is, I remember, I puked on the way a bunch of times because of the winding roads, and I'm not used to those things, and I never been to the high mountains like this before in Taiwan. But most importantly, I survived the trip. It was a lovely weekend, and we were on the way back to the city. My phone rang. The person said, "It's the police. They said they are looking for me, using my first and last name." And it was pretty quiet in the car, so everybody could hear the conversation clearly. They said, "Nobody show up for $1,000 bill, and since I'm the one who found it and returned it, well, now it's my reward and they're waiting for me to pick it up." And that's why, my dear friends, you should always listen to your Taiwanese friends, spouses, girlfriends, boyfriends, etc. Because even with the inflation, that $1,000 became worth way more because I left a good first impression for my in-laws thanks to her advice. And first impressions are the only ones and are priceless. So my conclusion here, this is the beauty of Taiwan. You and your belongings are safe here. If you lose it, do like other people do in Taiwan. Return it to the owner. That's what everyone does here, and they will tell you to do. And that's why we all feel good and happy here. There are bad people and good people everywhere you go, and you can't change it. But what you can change is who you want to be and if you decide to be the good, this is the way how the world gonna perceive you, and the world around gonna be as well. You know, I'm not into karma or like religious talk here because, you know, I'm actually a science person with a diploma in chemistry. To me, the world is more like a third rule of dynamics. So every action has a reaction. So if you do good things to this world, they will come back to you. If you help others, others will help you. And if you think nicely about others, others will think nicely about you too. Obviously, it's easy to do the right thing when we are being watched, or we know we're gonna get fined if we don't do so. But when you are there alone and there are no consequences, this is when the real you can shine. Which side are you gonna take then? What do you think about this story? Please write me a comment below. Thank you, my Taiwanese friends, for a great lesson. I hope others can learn something from it as well.